Human trafficking is a terrible problem in the United States, and South Carolina is no exception. I spoke with Beth Messick, the executive director of a new nonprofit called Jasmine Road, about their efforts to help these victims.
So our mission is to heal, empower, and employ adult female survivors of trafficking, prostitution, and addiction. Currently what happens now, the ladies that are released from the detention center, they roll down the hill to the gas station, they get on the phone, call their dope dealers, and then off they go right back to the streets. And the lucky ones that actually get to go to rehab, we're able to send to rehab, but if they get out of rehab, they don't have a safe place to go. They still go right back to the streets. So what makes Jasmine Road different is that we will provide 2-year rent-free housing. So we'll provide, and it's more than housing, it's a home, which is something that these ladies have not had and maybe have never had. So they're sleeping in cars, they're sleeping on the streets, they're sleeping behind buildings, and sometimes, in motel rooms if they have gotten lucky enough to be able to spend the night overnight. So our program will provide 2-year rent-free housing, and the model of that is that there will be wraparound services that we'll be providing. So there'll be trauma therapy and addiction treatment and medical care and dental care and all of and financial literacy, job training. So we'll have all these services for these women that can really help them get a good start, and 2 years later be able to launch back out in the community with an ability to own a car or to make a down payment on a house.
What evidence is there that a program like this will work?
We're modeled after Thistle Farms, which is in Nashville, Tennessee, and they've been going for 20 years, and it's an evidence-based program that has best practices. 84% of their women graduate from their program, and 62% of those are living, 2 years later, are sober and living in stable housing and employed. So that's huge, and that's not a statistic that we see here in Greenville. So our mission is to bring that kind of model here to our community in Greenville.
Obviously, this does not come without a cost. It takes help from others in the community to make it a reality.
So Christ Church Episcopal and Trying Mercy Center are the founding partners of Jasmine Road. And then we were real fortunate to have another partner with Bon Secure St. Francis that's a major partner with us, and they'll be providing all of the health care for free for these women, which, if you can imagine the lives that these ladies have lived, there's a lot of health care needs as well. So we also have been hard at work trying to develop community partners, and we recognize that we can't do this alone, that we need our community to come alongside of us. So we're actively developing partnerships for the therapy for the women and just other partnerships in the community that can help provide services to help them restore and to heal.
Beth says that the first Jasmine Roadhouse should open soon.
So the first house will open, we hope, in May, that we'll begin to put residents in the home this May. And we're busy working on, we have a registry right now if anybody was interested in donating to us. You go to jasmineroad.org, and we have a registry, much like a wedding registry, where you could purchase things for the house, toasters and things like that. So we're working on getting that house ready.
She also said that the women who graduate from the program will have help even after the 2 years are up.
A critical component of our program is going to be our social enterprise. And so just as we will be the first restoration home in the state of South Carolina that houses women that have come from addiction, prostitution, and trafficking, we will also be the first social enterprise that's survivor-led in our state. And so that's something that we're really excited about. And we will be opening a cafe in downtown Greenville. And that cafe will serve as a public face of our organization. So we welcome the community to come in and interact with these ladies at the cafe, and it's a safe place where they will be able to be employed. And so once the women leave our program, they won't have to stop working at the cafe. They'll be able to continue their jobs. And that model of creating community and creating a new family for these women, that's really at the heart of our program, encircling them with love and a place that they can call home. And so that component is going to be huge for us, I believe.
For Beth, having a restoration home in the upstate is extremely important.
Well, it's a critical piece if you care about the survival of these women and to be able to actually turn their lives around. Because the thing that you and I take for granted is home. I mean, we leave a home in the morning and we return to a home in the evening. These women don't have home. And so we can't pour services into someone that's living on the street. You can't take someone off the street, take them to counseling, and then take them right back to the hole that you got them out of, because it's not beneficial to them. So having that home, I think, is going to be critical. That's the critical component. And I really think in Greenville, I think people don't realize that every day that there are women and children and men that are being bought and sold on the streets of Greenville, and getting that message out that that's not okay, that we can do as a community, that we can do better than that, and we don't have to accept that.